let's go. Cheer, you know about the team. Everywhere we go, it's blue and green. Cheer, it's the playoffs. Going hard for my squad, Seahawks.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going back to creating some NFL inspired makeup looks for you guys. And I want to make a PSA. I feel like I just have to tell you guys that I am not into football whatsoever. I just can't sit through a game. It's just not my thing. Like, my girlfriends can invite me over for like a Bachelor Nation watch party, but I just, like, we don't call each other up like, hey, let's go watch the football game. Like, I'm just not into football like that. But I do enjoy creating looks for you guys that are into football, just because I feel like there's not a lot of those videos here on YouTube, and I just feel like whenever you're getting ready to go to a game or just for a watch party, you want to get inspiration of what to do with your makeup if you don't have a jersey or if you just want to match your jersey. So that's what I'm going to be doing in today's video. I'm going to show you guys how I came up with this look here, inspired by the Seahawks. So if the Seahawks are your team or you just enjoy this look here, then just go ahead and keep on watching.
No, I'd rather be waking up with you, set up alone in your room, slept with the light on, waiting up for you. I don't want to be.
To start off this look, I'm going to use the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, and this is like still really new to me, so I'm just trying to see how it works with different eyeshadows that are not Urban Decay. I just always use concealer, and I find that concealer just works really good, but ow, this applicator just scratched me. So I'm just going to go ahead and distribute this primer throughout the eye with my Hank & Henry Beauty Sponge. Just like that. For today's look, I obviously do not have an eyeshadow palette that contains all of the Seahawk logo colors, so I'm going to be using 3 different eyeshadow palettes. One of the eyeshadow palettes I'm going to be using in today's video is this one here from Pinky Rose Cosmetics, and this one is called Exotic Peacock. It has a really pretty green in here that I think will go really great with the Seahawks green color, and that one is called Provocative. It's this one here. I absolutely love this eyeshadow. I use it so often for my creative makeup looks because it's such a beautiful green. I've never tried any eyeshadow quite like this, and I hope that they do create a single shadow of this here. But all of these tones here are very gorgeous, but this one is the one I'm going to be using in today's look. If you guys are interested in getting this eyeshadow palette, they have amazing eyeshadows, very colorful and vibrant. I do have an affiliate link with them. My code will be linked down below in the description box for you guys in case you guys are interested in it. The next palette I'm going to be using, I'm going to attempt something with this eyeshadow here, with this eyeshadow palette from Coloupop. This is in collaboration with Bretman Rock. I really don't think that they still have it. I think it was a limited edition, but the silver in here you guys have probably seen many times for my NFL inspired makeup looks, because there's just like nothing like this silver in here. So I'm going to be using that color in there, possibly. I'm still undecided, but I'm pretty sure I am. And then for the blue, I have to dip into my Jeffree Star Cosmetics Blue Blood eyeshadow palette. I'm still undecided into like which blues I'm going to be using for today's look. You know, it's just I spent so much money on these eyeshadow palettes, and as beautiful as they are, I'm just really feeling unsure of how to, whether I should continue making videos using his products or not. I didn't support his latest launch because, like, the name of the palette, I just don't feel comfortable having that name around my kids and just seeing like all these bodies on the eyeshadow palette. Like, I know it's not a big deal, but to me it is. I wouldn't want to say that name in front of my kids, or like if they asked me about that. I just didn't like the whole idea of that palette. And then also a lot of the colors look very similar, and I already have plenty of eyeshadow palettes. I just did not feel like adding that one to my collection. But I'm just waiting to see, like, maybe I'll cave in to his next launch, like his next eyeshadow palette, or maybe foundations. I don't know. I'm just feeling like he is very I'm getting off topic, you guys. Maybe I'll save that for another video. I have to do something a little bit deeper. So I'm going to go into the deepest blue from this eyeshadow palette. I think this one fits better with their logo. This one here is called Undertaker. Now, I want to tell you guys, you do not need like the latest launches of every eyeshadow palette that there is, because there's always new launches, and you have to just like look for colors that are similar to the ones that I'm using. You do not need to buy every eyeshadow palette that I'm mentioning in this video. Just look through your makeup collection and see if you have similar shades. That's if you are a Seahawks fan. I'm going to begin by placing this color right in here, just packing it on like this. I'm getting some fallout. Shit. It's been a while since I've been playing around with like vibrant colors or doing like extremely creative makeup looks. I've just been, you know, it's been warm, so I just kind of don't want to be wearing makeup as much. But you know what? We're approaching October. Things are cooling down and Halloween is right around the corner. I wonder how it's gonna, like, Halloween's gonna go down this year with like COVID and stuff. Like, is Halloween still happening? The next color I'm gonna be going into from this eyeshadow palette is this one here. This one is called, what is it called? It's called Power. So I'm gonna dip into the color Power. Okay, so going into the color Power, I'm gonna start to apply it to the edges of that previous shade. I had to switch brushes because that other eyeshadow brush had purple on it. So again, I'm just going into the outer edges of the eye, and I'm using a Sigma E42 brush now, and I'm just working the edges out. I kind of want to use a fluffier brush just so that we can get this outer corner like winged out. So going in here like that. So once it's diffused this way, I'm gonna just go right back into that first brush that we used, the Sigma E32 brush. I'm gonna go back into the darkest shade called Undertaker, and I'm gonna start to place the color in here just so that we still have that intensity right in this area. And then once again, we're gonna begin to work those edges out one more time. We're probably gonna go back in there. I'm just trying to really have that intensity at the outer corner. We'll come back into that. Now I'm going to start to work the inner part of the eye. So far that's kind of looking blended. Not too concerned about it because we're just going to go back in there. I'm going to take the darkest shade once again and really pack it into the inner corner like so. And then just kind of connect the color Power with each other underneath the eyebrow. Like so. Okay, so next we're going to go into the color Provocative, which is this green shade right here. And I'm just going to be taking my index finger and begin to apply it to the center of the eye. And just like that. Okay. This is just such an electric green and I love it. I don't know why I don't use this color a lot more often. Oh, probably because like people will be looking at me like, whoa. So once it's looking like that, I kind of want to apply some of that color, but with a wet brush. So I'm going to dive into this color here using an M46 Morphe brush. I'm going to apply it to the brush like so. Use any setting spray that you have. I'm going to be using the Youth to the People hydrating spray. I'm applying some of this to the brush and then just packing it onto the center of the eye just so it looks more like electric. So gorgeous. Now going back into the first brush that I used, the Sigma E32, and taking the color Undertaker once again, and I'm just gonna like apply it to this outer corner and to the inner corner and begin to kind of like give it a nice transition into each other. just like that. I almost feel like I need to add more of that darker shade out here. Yeah, I definitely needed that. Going back into Power. You guys, there's just a lot of back and forth between colors. I just want to make sure that I have the perfect blend, and I'm really liking how this is looking right now. Except with this inner part, I really want to lighten that up a little bit. So now to kind of lighten it up a little bit, I just feel like I need to blend this out a little bit better right here. I want to get that really nice bright inner corner, so I'm going to be using the color Thickums from the Wet palette. And I just hope that this goes well, because I'm really unsure of, well, you guys already know what look I'm gonna do, but right now I'm in the process of doing a look that I have not planned out. I just know the colors I'm using, and I'm gonna just pack on, this color right here to the inner corner and up here. So I'm just applying it right underneath the eyebrow like so. I'm just working on blending this color out. Oh my god, Tracy, what did you do? You destroyed it. So I'm gonna go back into the color Undertaker, blend this color out, go back into the color Power, and work it in here. Ay, Dios mío, ¿qué hice? Alright, I feel like we're gonna be okay as long as I kind of like clean this up. Holy shit, what is this? We're gonna be okay, Tracy, we're gonna be okay. Like, part of me says keep going, the other part of me says you fucked up real bad. I think we'll be okay. Alright, I'm gonna trust myself, and alright, you know what? I don't know, God bless me. I'm gonna go into the Covergirl Full Spectrum eyeliner, and this one is in the color Electric Green. With this color, I'm gonna be applying it to the waterline. Just like that. Ooh, that matches perfect with that top color. Love that. Okay, we got this, Tracy. We got this. I'm going to go back into this color Power, and I'm going to begin to place that right underneath the eye right here. I'm also going to dip into the color Provocative, which is the electric green that I placed on the center of my eyelid. And just like that. And then at the outer corner, I'm going to go into the color Undertaker, which is the darkest blue from the Bloodlust palette. I'm just going to be placing it right at the outer corner. Just like that. So now I'm going to quickly do this other eye off of camera, and I'll be back with you guys to show you guys how I'm going to fix this inner part of the eye, because it's definitely like, what the bug? Like, what's going on here? Okay, so this is just looking really spooky. So we're going to go into the color Wealthy right here from the Bloodlust palette. And I'm going to use that color just to soften up the inner corners. So going in here just to kind of brighten up this area, because it's looking really dark. And I'm not all for that. So that kind of already looks better. And it's going to look a lot better once I have my face makeup. It's just going to brighten everything up, and it's going to clean up this eye area right here. It's just like really bothering me right now, so I just wanted to soften it up with you guys just to show you guys. I usually use my setting powder just to soften up areas like this. But I figured like this eyeshadow Wealthy would look really good. Okay, so far I'm pretty happy, and I am going to do my face makeup with you guys so that you guys can like see the whole process of how I clean up my eye makeup with my face makeup. To moisturize, I'm going to be using 4th Ray's Coconut Face Milk, and this one really works for my skin since it's like really dry. Girl, look at all this eyeshadow down here. I hope you guys trust me, and if it's your first time watching me, you're gonna learn to trust me. We're gonna make this look fire. Who's gonna win? Seahawks gonna win. Oh, if only my fucking boyfriend heard that. He's like a big Cowboys fan, and like he doesn't like the fact that I do these football inspired makeup. He's like, you should only be doing the Cowboys. And then just to kind of, you know, add a little bit more moisture, I'm going to be using the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. Oh shit, I'm almost out of this. And you know what? We're going to be adding some hair clips to avoid the hair coming forward because that shit is annoying. Today's foundation is going to be the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation, and I am in the color Shell Beige. I'm just going to begin by applying it onto the skin. I really need to get the pump. I've been slacking on that. I keep forgetting. Then we're just going to begin to distribute it to the face. I have never had a foundation match me better than this one, like ever, girl. I always struggle finding the perfect shade, and like I got this one on the first try on Sephora's website. I got it, I think, right before this whole pandemic. So I had to like order online, and I just love it. I'm kind of getting back into using beauty sponges, even though it absorbs so much product. And then this is a freaking high-end foundation. Why would I do that? I don't know. I like how I answer my own questions. Oh my god, I'm bald. Ugh, these hair clips are so ugly. I thought they were gonna be cute. This foundation is actually really matte, except it's looking dewy because I did apply my moisturizer and that dewy spray. So yeah, that's why we're looking kind of dewy right now. But I'm gonna go into my e.l.f. concealer now, and this one is the hydrating concealer. This one is in the color Light Beige. I'm gonna be applying it right over here. Oh shit, I think this is the wrong one. Yeah, that one's too light. I'm gonna actually go into a medium sand. That's my color. So I'm gonna apply it right in here. Right in there. And for the under eye area, I do like to use a small beauty sponge like this one. This one is from Hank & Henry. You guys know that. I use it in every video. I'm gonna just begin to blend this out. Apply it to my nose, bring it to the forehead, and then start to kind of like work it in here under the eye area like so. I find that this sponge just works so perfect under the eye area. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Now we got to work on this outer corner. I'm taking the dry side of the sponge just to blend this all out right here. I did kind of go over the eyeshadow right there, but I'm going to use the dry side of the sponge and just kind of like work those outer edges. Just so that it kind of looks a little bit more blended out. And we're going to diffuse the outer edge with the setting powder just to soften up the outer edges. Because I'm still not happy with how that's looking, but you guys can definitely see how I cleaned up the under eye area, and we're still definitely not done. For the under eye area and just to soften up these outer edges, I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier the brightening powder, and I'm going to take a Sigma 40 brush to just apply the setting powder underneath the eye area. So with this setting powder, I'm going to just begin to set the under eye area. I'm also going to go into this inner corner just to soften that up a little bit more. And I'm going to apply the powder right out here to the outer edges just to kind of work my way out here. I don't know if you guys are noticing that, but that definitely softened it up. And I'm pretty happy with how that's looking. If I'm looking over on this side, I feel like my monitor is a lot bigger than my mirror, so I'm just kind of like going based off of how it looks on my monitor. I'm going back into Undertaker and applying it a little bit more. Geez, you guys are probably like, I give up on this girl. I do spend a shit ton of time trying to blend everything out and just making sure the intensity is there. So just have patience. Okay, so I'm basically done with the eyes. I just have to apply some bronzer, some blush, and a lip color, and then I'm going to come back to do some final touches to the eyes, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I just applied the products that I told you I was going to be applying. Now I'm going to move on to applying one final touch to the eyes. I'm going to be using this glitter eyeliner from Profusion. I'm just going to be applying it right into the inner corner just to add a little bit of that silver sparkle. And we're going to drag it down here as well like that. Because why the hell not? Ooh, okay, so we're going to do that over here as well. I'm going to go ahead and apply some mascara, some lashes off camera, and then I'll be right back to share the finished look with you guys. Alright, I'm back now, and this is the finished look. I did want to apply kind of some subtle-ish type of eyelashes just so that we don't take away from the eyes. These are actually my eyelashes in the style Baby Girl. If you didn't know, I have launched my own lashes, and I'll have them linked down below in the description box. This style right here, called Baby Girl, is going to be relaunching in the next week or so. Yeah, these are sold out right now, but they're going to be back in stock, and I do have extra surprises when I make my restock announcement, so stay tuned. If you are not subscribed to my newsletter, it's going to be linked down below for you guys. I did try to incorporate as much gray as possible, but like kind of went with the sparkly silver. You can definitely see it at this top part as well, and I'm really happy with how this eye look turned out. I know I was kind of like, it was a little bit scary. I still am not that happy with this part right here, but you know what? It looks pretty regardless. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give my video a thumbs up, and also if you have not subscribed already, be sure to subscribe down below and turn on post notifications so you don't miss out any of my future NFL inspired makeup looks. I also have created a playlist with the NFL looks that I have already done, and I'll go ahead and link that up here for you guys. I am going based off of looks that I have not already done, so if you do see your team in that list, I'm not going to be making that a priority right now. I'm trying to get through all the NFL teams before I start repeating the same teams over and over again. So thank you for being here once again, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye!